Good evening, snooker fans, snooker world, Facebook Live, 15 Red podcast group, and YouTube after this. We're live here on the 11th of April 2021, getting closer to the World Championships, of course. Crucible shortly. Well, hopefully, we don't know when the start will be, but we'll come to that later on. And I'm joined by Mike in Vancouver in British Columbia. Good morning to you, Mike. How are you?
Fantastic. And you?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks. Good to be back as well.
Yes.
I know I've missed some shows, but these things, family, whatever. And good evening to Scott in Ireland. How are you, Scott?
Very well. Thank you, Graham. All's
all
well
right.
here in Northern Ireland, so...
Good stuff. And well done, fellas, last night on the old round table with the audience. That was good participation. Good show last night.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just to go over a bit of that, we'll start off with a bit of that, saying that Alan McManus, of course, retirement. I was very sad and shocked to hear that he was retiring now. I didn't expect it at this point in time, but, he's made the right decision. I suppose he knows when it's time to go. And yeah, it's just a little bit sad because McManus has always been a favourite of mine. So,
yes,
but there we go. Just a little bit sad on that one. Anything else you want to go through, guys, from them topics you went through last night?
Well, just again to thank the audience for their interaction. It was absolutely marvellous.
It was. And then afterwards, I put up a question about, the best player to not win a world title. And it got lots of reaction. I was surprised how many people said Ding, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was going to say that I don't actually agree with that. I don't think Ding's got the elements to become a world champ.
Not at this point, it doesn't seem like. But
no, I don't think he's cut out for the longer frames, and I don't think at the moment he's cut out for the shorter matches.
No. So, and also Jimmy White, if you take a look at his history at the Crucible, like it was really good. He didn't win, but he made 6 finals, 2 semi-finals. Like he was really, really good. Matthew Stevens, someone pointed out Matthew Stevens. Like he had a good career there. Barry Hawkins is off there. Like there's a lot of guys that you could think could.
Well, just go back to that incredible stat that Scott gave out about Matthew Stevens. By the way, now we mentioned him, saying that he's only won. Was it one ranking event or 2 ranking events?
One ranking event, yes.
One ranking event, yeah. That stat is unbelievable when you think about it for a player of Stevens' quality.
Yeah, very much so. I didn't
Considering who he beat in that final.
I was actually dumbfounded, Scott, when you read that out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But considering who Stevens beat in that final in 2003, it was Stephen Hendry.
Yep. Yeah, you said that.
Yeah. With Ding's record at the Crucible, of course, never made one final, 2 semis, and 3 quarterfinals in the time
that 2007.
2007, which is like, well, coming up to 13, 14 years now that he's been at the Crucible.
Yep.
But it goes back to what Dave Hendon said on our episode about Crucible and non-Crucible players. And the more I think about that, the more it becomes obvious that maybe that's where he's at. He falls onto the non-Crucible side of things.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's in that level of Hawkins and Carter and Mark Allen to a point. Mark Allen, I don't want to knock Mark Allen down there, but he's in that same bracket, I feel.
Yeah. So
I don't know why though. Mark Allen actually made more of the Crucible, like get to a semi or something like that, and maybe he should have done before now.
Yeah.
Of course, he might turn up on.
Yep.
I hope he does. I hope he does. But yeah, Ding should have done better, especially in the last couple of times this season. This season alone, he should have done better. I mean, he's only made four quarterfinals this season.
Yeah.
Or 5 if you count Champion of Champions.
Also, something else that we could also talk about was what was your best first round match at the Crucible, Graham?
Best first round match ever.
Yep, that's what Scott and I kicked that around a little bit.
That is a damn good question. Yeah. I mean, the amount of I've got a good second round though.
Okay.
Steve Davis and John Higgins. When Davis beat Higgins, I thought that was tremendous effort from Davis.
2010 or 2000 because they played in the second round twice.
The one where Davis won, 2010.
He won both of them.
You're talking about 2010 when he was like 52 and
yeah. When he finished on the double brown.
Yeah.
That was absolutely tremendous. That's my favourite second round match.
Fair enough.
First round match, I couldn't really.
Couldn't think of something.
Probably Stephen Hendry, Jimmy White, back in 88 or 87, I think it was.
88? No, that was the second round match. 90 was the first round match.
Okay. So
I can't honestly have an answer for you then, Mike, on that one.
So, speaking of Jimmy, he's got his third card for 2 years.
Oh yeah, yes, he did today. Yep, today.
Okay, nice.
It's a good thing. I don't know if
that's good. But we were talking about this last night, weren't we, Mike? Saying about Jimmy. It's still sad that Jimmy's still going. That Jimmy's carrying on.
Look, that's why I respect Alan McManus. He said he knows when it's time to go, and he's done, and he's got
absolutely,
and that's expected. So, but hey, if Jimmy wants to play, he's certainly eligible to play.
But of course, Jimmy lives by the belief that one day he will become world champion, and he still stands by that.
Yeah, I mean, I admire his ambition for sure. So, but chances he will qualify again is pretty unlikely, I would say.
The slim. It's the slim, but who knows? One day, Mike, Jimmy might be lifting that trophy. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never know. Stranger things have happened. And I hope he does. Good evening to Kelvin Platten, who joined us.
So another question that we kicked around, and I'm definitely curious to know Graham's answer.
Okay.
Of all the new future players basically we're seeing in qualifying, who are you most likely to be watching in 2020, like next season, of the young players?
Next season?
Yeah, for next season. Like being you or UC or
my
case.
Well, obviously, I would. Well, the new players. Like,
anyone interest you that you're going to be following somewhat closely?
Well, I'm quite happy that Kurt Mafflin's got through. By the way, till the last stage. Okay, I thought that was. Not sure, to be honest.
Oh yeah, fair
I'm
enough.
not really sure. Probably Philippak, someone like that.
Yeah, he's been qualifying.
Yeah, he's done all right. So I class him as in one of my boys' section now, I guess.
He's one of your boys now. All right, fair enough.
Go on, and put him in there.
Yeah. I like that.
But yeah, well done to Kurt Mafflin, by the way. Well done to Liam Highfield. We've got to say,
Liam
Highfield watching.
Good shout.
If he's watching, well done to you, Liam, and best of luck in your next match against Yulong.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one for him.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yes. So
that is what, tomorrow?
I think so. Is it on tomorrow, Scott? That one?
Tuesday. The Judgment Day matches start.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Liam Highfield's next match. I'll be watching that.
Yeah, absolutely. Philippak plays Zhao Xintong next.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's going to come through that. Now it's one of my boys. I'll say come through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelvin says Mafflin absolutely devastating, by the way, as a player.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's not consistent.
No.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
But
I think he's decent enough though, isn't he, Mafflin, to qualify?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's he got next? He's got Milkins next. He should get through Milkins.
So I got
No, well, Milkins has beaten Robertson twice at the Crucible.
Oh wow. Interesting.
It'd be a good match. Be a good match.
I make Robert favourite there.
Okay.
So let's get into a different type of question here. Ronnie O'Sullivan is 0-5 in finals. Okay, he's lost to Judd, he's lost to Neil, he's lost to John, and he's lost to Jordan. Any reason for concerns? Scott?
No.
Still no. Okay, please enlighten.
Because Ronnie's Ronnie.
Right.
He like, I wouldn't be surprised if he came out and won this World Championship. I'm not tipping him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did win it.
Fair enough. Graham?
Because as you said, Mike, sorry, Graham, go ahead.
No, you carry on.
Finish your point, Scott. Yeah.
As you've said, Mike, it's a practice session. All the other ones have been a practice session. But I don't care what people say. He wants to equal Stephen's record.
No question. Without any
Absolutely, I agree with that. And I think that he will. To be honest, I think I think I'm on the break of saying that Ronnie will win the World Championships. I know yesterday I was wavering, but I think the more I think about it, I think he's well up for it.
Right.
I think he'll come out and do, and blitz a few frames off and blitz a few people out the building. I honestly do.
No,
he's strong.
I'm still going for John, though. I'm still going for John, by the way.
I'm not discounting John. I think John's the run he had the Players' Championship, wasn't it? It was the Players' Championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was the best I've ever seen John Higgins play in a couple of years. Right? I'm not discounting John. I think John's quality enough, and I think, but I still feel. Let me finish. I still feel that John does not like the longer schedule, and that's why I'm not with John on it. That's why I'm not with him. But
no, but Scott, I get you there. But by the way, did you work out they could make the semi-final, the pair of them?
They could. They could. That would be an interesting quarter. Did you say?
Semi.
That would be a great semi-final, actually.
That would be quite something. Now, my heart says Ronnie, and I know I said all that, but there is something to the fact that there's 4 high-caliber players that all beat him in finals this season. So I would say there is some reason for concern. At least with those other guys, there's some form of consistency and some form of winning this year. Ronnie doesn't necessarily have that. So I'm hoping for Ronnie. I'm cheering for Ronnie for sure. And I agree that 7 is a motivation.
Mm-hmm.
But if he went out at any point and got beat, I wouldn't be shocked either, because you just
neither would I.
Yeah. If I saw Neil Robertson crash out in the first couple of rounds, I would be shocked. Mark Selby, same thing.
Yeah, that's true. If they went out, it would be a massive shock.
Yeah, Ronnie wouldn't have the same effective shock. So, but anyhow, that was a new question that we haven't kicked around in a while.
Mm. Shall I come to the matter of scheduling?
Please, yeah.
I was just going to say, Mike, one of your tips for the world champ, and I could go out on a limb here and say Ladowski. As a joke. As a joke.
Do you have an outsider? Because Scott and I have an outsider. We I went with Bin
Well,
Tao.
it depends. I suppose it depends on who qualifies there, doesn't it? Almost.
Oh, so you would go outside of the top 16, because anyone outside of like Kara and
Oh,
Rules.
are we not? Are we not saying people who qualify have a chance of winning it?
Oh no, we're saying that, but basically Scott and I have boiled it down to Kyron, Neil, John, Judd, Ronnie, and Marcel.
Okay.
I was just wondering if you had an outsider to any of those.
Okay, I'm gonna say Williams.
Oh, okay, all right, not bad.
Yeah, I'll go Williams. Although I'd like to see McGill go far, but again, I'd like to see McGill have another good run. But yeah, I'll go with Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott, who was your one again?
Kyron, mine was.
Kyron, okay, and I went with Jan. So we've all got.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout, Kyron, actually, Scott, because he made the final last year. Yeah, I think he's quality enough, and also I'd like to see Gilbert go well as well.
David Gilbert, yeah.
Yeah, because he's a local lad, so I'd like to see him do well. But I don't think he'll win it. But I'd like to see him go far, maybe semis or something.
So Scott, you're going to talk about the schedule.
Yes, well, nothing has been confirmed at the moment, of course, but it has been suggested that in line with other sports fixtures, the opening day might be moved to accommodate the funeral of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I think, because did you say that all other sports have been cancelled, football and?
Yeah, the football's been cancelled, the rugby's been cancelled.
Oh, okay.
I think there's every chance that the snooker will be then. In
well,
fairness,
moved a day.
Yeah.
It's a bit easier to do in snooker because you're only moving it a day, whereas with rugby and with like league structures in football and stuff, you have to fit it in around other matches, if you know what I mean. Whereas all you're doing is moving the start by a day.
yeah.
Correct. That makes
but
sense.
we'll obviously we'll see what happens there and see what decisions are made.
Yes.
But shall we go on to Bingham? Kelvin says Bingham has a chance if he wins, if he qualifies.
Yeah.
Do we agree with that?
Definitely.
I would love to see Ronnie win a 7th, he says also. And Kelly Barker's just said, my theory is the afternoon session might move to maybe 4 p.m. With a later evening session start. I'd be surprised if the first day is moved.
Oh, there we go. Very good. Someone that's on the going there to watch it. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So a later start, I think, but we'll wait and see.
Well, we can update as we go along, for sure.
Yeah.
But,
I was just going to say, enjoy it, Kelly.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Not jealous at all.
No.
So yeah, enjoy it. I hope the tournament is. I hope the tournament's very well. It will be a good standard, especially with the amount of people that's going in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fantastic that they've got crowd back there altogether. Really, it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just a shame. It's just a shame we're not going.
Yeah. Next year is always possible.
Yeah. Hopefully, doing this live from there.
Oh, absolutely. That's great. But Graham, did you want to talk about the upcoming schedule this week?
Yes. Well, this week, tomorrow, we've got Fergal Quinn as a special guest. He lost to Fergal O'Brien, of course, in the Crucible qualifiers in the first round. But yeah, he'll be our guest tomorrow. Tuesday is a guest for you, Scott, Michael Ager.
Yes.
He's going to. I think he's going to fire some great questions at you, Scott. To be honest. Wednesday at 6 is Mark Watterson. His dad, Mike, was the Crucible. He got the snooker to the Crucible originally. So Mark is his son, who's coming on Wednesday. Wednesday night live show, launch show at 9 o'clock with just me. Load of interesting stuff in there, guys. I won't spoil it for you. A bit package show for you. Thursday's the draw.
Hey.
11 in the morning. Mike's got to stay up till 3 o'clock for that.
All right, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. So, of course, you've got the Judgment Day qualifiers on the Tuesday and the Monday and the Tuesday, I believe.
Tuesday,
Tuesday and Wednesday, Graham. Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Friday, of course, is Crucible. Or Thursday, we'll go through the draw, of course, anyway. We'll break it down in all respects. We'll let Mike get some sleep as well before we redo it. On the Friday is Crucible Eve, possibly if it doesn't get moved. And then Saturday, we'll have some results for you from the first opening round, hopefully.
Man, that's a busy week.
It is.
Very busy week, but looking forward to it.
Oh, I got it wrong as well. Dan, I got it wrong. Mike Watterson was Mark's uncle.
Okay.
Right. That's fine. It's not his dad. I got it wrong. So it's fine.
Oh, okay.
And then Chris Bland says, sorry, correct you all. But Mark Watterson is Mike's nephew. His father was Mike's brother.
Aye.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification there.
We got the family tree out, did we?
Yeah, Dan said, if the first day is cancelled, would they need to add a day on at the end? Possibly not. I don't know. Possibly not. Because
They would just move it till the Sunday, I think.
Yeah. I think it'll run the same, won't it? It'll be the same length.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly would know best. Maybe she's already been advised of what might happen. So I'm going to go with what she says. Maybe they'll just shuffle times around.
She just said that the Saturday afternoon matches both play to a finish on Sunday night. So they could just get the extra frames in then. Look, yeah, I'll report back to you all on how it goes, she says.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
By the way,
keep us in the loop, Kelly. It's great.
By the way, I may take Saturday off.
Oh, that's fine. No problem. I'm sure
because of the
I can
okay.
feel but no problem.
Yeah.
I know you're committed to other things, and that's not a problem at all.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Scott.
And we'll revise our schedule. You know, if it is cancelled, obviously we'll have.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
If it's not Mike, then I think me and you can go through the first day's results.
No problem. That sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, that's all sorted. Now, another topic question that we brought up, Mike.
What's that?
We'll put it out there for people. The Masters is not a ranking event.
Right.
But the question is, should the Masters be a ranking event? So that's a question for the audience, of course.
Scott, your thoughts?
No.
Okay. That's it?
I say yes.
I'm saying
Mike?
yes.
You say yes.
Yeah.
I think because it's a prestigious tournament, that's just my view on it.
Why change your winning formula, though?
Who's saying the formula's right, though?
Who's saying the formula's wrong?
Well,
You're the one that wants to change it, not me.
The one thing I would say that works against it is the guys that get only the top 16 players would get a boost, where the rest of the field doesn't get that. That would be
that's the reason I think it shouldn't be.
That would be one of my
okay, I can see that argument.
Because you got just the top 16 players and that's it.
Yeah.
So I could see that being a con. But that being said, you could have a different event with that in place, and then just change the Masters to a ranking event, because like Graham has said, it's so prestigious and all that. But I guess Scott's saying because if you're changing it, it could be something entirely different. Is that what you're saying, Scott?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Kelvin's agreed and says yes, it should be.
Yeah, I think it should be. Personally, that's where I'm at on it. It should be, but just tweak it. So
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So that's up for debate. It's not worth falling out over, but it's just up for debate.
Yeah.
So the Masters is for the top 16 best players who are invited to play, Dan says. The Players' Championship is also for the top 16 players, but is a ranking event.
Correct. That is correct. Yeah.
Just because the Masters is a invitational event, it doesn't make it a ranking event, apparently. But
Okay.
Chris Bland says leave it alone. Agree 100%. It should be not.
Yeah.
So you know, mixed opinion on that.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's kind of what I anticipated it being like. Some say yeah, some say no, and but yeah, interesting question for sure. One that we haven't.
Oh,
really
I think it's a great question.
But yeah. Anything else that we've got to cover here before?
Oh yes, qualifiers. Qualifier scores tonight.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few going on. We've got Liang Wenbo and Rod Lawler. Wenbo won 6-3.
Okay.
Lu Ning is currently 5-3 up on Jimmy Robertson. Have you got any more there, Mike? Or
Jimmy Robertson.
Jimmy Robertson. Yeah. Is there any more scores that you can see?
So I got Lu Ning 5, Jimmy Robertson 3, and I see Jamie Clark beat Joe Perry 6-2.
Yeah.
And Mark Davis beat Stuart Carrington 6-4.
6-4.
Three ones I've got currently.
So what are your predictions for Judgment Day so far then, guys? We'll go with Scott first. We'll go Yulong against Highfield.
Yulong.
Mike?
The way Zhou Yulong played yesterday against UC, I think not only will he qualify for the World Championships, he could be a tough out in the first round. Like, he looks really good. I wouldn't want to get him in the first round if he's playing like that. So,
no, that's very true. I think Yulong's a good player, but I'm going to go with Highfield just because he was on our show and it was a bit of a backing for him, I guess.
Yep. Fair enough.
Matthew Selt and Scott Donaldson, bit of a tricky one, this.
Donaldson.
Yeah,
I'm going with Selt. I'm going with Selt.
Yeah, two Celts and a Donaldson.
Yeah, I think Selt can overcome Donaldson. Fairness.
No, I agree. It's close.
It is close.
Yeah.
Close.
Milkins or Mafflin?
Milkins.
Mafflin.
Scott, you said Robert Milkins?
Yep.
Okay. Liu Hoshan or Chang Bingyu?
Liu Hoshan.
I'd have to go with Hushan as well.
All right. That one's tricky.
It's with you, Mike. If that's in with you now.
Yeah, that's Bingyu played fantastic against Tom Ford. He made 3 centuries.
Yeah, that's quite a shot.
But that wasn't the best of 11. These are best of 19.
Yeah. So you're saying
It's quite a shot, though, isn't it, that Ford's gone?
Yeah.
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 Graham Dot against Peng Fei.
Dot.
I'd have to go Dot as well. And Jamie Jones and Lee Hang.
Jamie Jones.
I'd have to go Hang.
Yeah, I'm going Lee Hang there as well. So interesting picks, though, isn't it? Interesting stuff.
You didn't pick Hoshan or Bengyu?
Oh,
Bengyu, Mike.
I got influenced by 2 guys sitting in the same room here, so I went with Hoshan.
Okay.
All
right, fair enough.
But I don't know. But,
okay,
yeah.
and the other one, which is like Mark Davis and Jamie Clark.
Davis.
How long will that take?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, though. He's played some good matches in qualifying.
Yeah. And it looks
By
like,
the way,
it looks like Lu Ning against Wenbo, doesn't it?
Let me have a look here.
Wenbo should beat Ning, I think.
Oh yeah, I see that. Wembo. I got Wembo there.
Yeah, Scott.
By the way, I was going to say there could be a possibility this year of no debutants.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If Cheng Bing Yu gets in, he would be one, I believe.
Yeah.
But
Scott,
I mean,
have you got a winner out of Wenbo and Luning?
Wembo.
Yeah. Okay.
so we've got clean sweeps on Wembo and Hushan.
Yeah.
So
Both of whom have played there.
yeah. So
Yeah.
all right. Anything else before we put a lid on it, fellas?
No, I think that's it. I think that covers everything. Tonight,
Beautiful.
thank you very much, guys.
We will be back in full song tomorrow with Fergal Quinn.
Quinn.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
It's great to have another live guest on.
Yes, I like that. I like
Goodbye.
Perfect.
Yeah, see you later, fellas.
All right. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. See you, Calvin.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.